Alright, welcome back guys. I'm Mellowseven. This is Rimworld A17, and I'm assuming this is just the last few minutes at the end. This is our death rattle right here. We already have David dead. Scarlet and Stardust are down and immovable. Cockroach is on some sort of wander. It looks like an angry wander there. And Joe doesn't do anything. She's a beautiful model. She doesn't have to do anything, right? So, there's really nothing at the moment that I can do. Is that Panther dead? We have a sleeping panther. We have two spiders in the base. Yeah, let's just hit play and see how long it takes for everybody to die. Whoops. I don't know why the keyboard touch now moves us 2/3 of the way across the map. That might be the close-up mod. Which I do like. I mean, I like getting super close in. That has an alpaca. It has nothing, but that had an alpaca in it, I believe. Yeah. So you might have to get rid of the super up close one. I don't know. I say it just makes everything really twitchy. There goes Scarlet. How much longer for Stardust? Oh! Cockroach, can you do some healing? Where... No. No. We'll never do doctoring, it says. Nope. Stardust is the only one who could possibly doctor. So, Cockroach has severe brain anxiety. That's about it, though. Heat stroke. There goes Stardust. Joe's anxiety actually has cured. Or at least is bandaged. Having said that, I'm not sure we can survive with Cockroach and Joe. Because if you take a look here, well, we could construct, well, Cockroach can do most everything, but not Doctor. But you know what? We're going to give it a chance. We're going to see how long we can go here. Who can cook? Cockroach can cook. All right, cooking has to become number one. Negotiating. We're going to turn them off completely for Cockroach. We'll leave them on for Joe because they are something Joe can do. And I have to sneeze. Excuse me. So I think cooking becomes number one. Cleaning becomes number two. Plant cutting becomes number three. Hauling becomes 4. Hunting becomes 5. 6, 7, 8. Something like that. And Joe's worthless. So we just have to kind of live with how that's going to go. But again, we've got to get Cockroach to survive first. That's it. Oh, there's an escape pod. But we can't doctor you. I think we'll just try rescue. I'm not sure we'll survive to get out that far. Doesn't matter, there goes the base. Do we have fire? I guess Cockroach could have fought some of that. But we all know how that goes. And there go the bedrooms. What do you want to do to the world? Burn it. Burn it all. And Cockroach just dumped Mai out there. She said, you know what? I don't have a place to put you anymore. Oh, Maya's been bitten to death. The spiders got her. The moral of this story is insects are the devil. This is the third story in a row that insects have been our downfall. Spiders specifically in the last two with the arachnophobia mod, and just the regular insects from down under, you know, from under the mountain, and in their final Japanese playthrough. So three stories in a row, it was all the spiders. Cockroach burn and that deal. Is that why we're passed out on the floor? Now we are missing a right leg. But the insanity has enhanced our consciousness. Oh, and you've got no bed anymore. That's why you're sleeping on the floor. And after burning down everybody else's bed, Joe takes the one available. That seems appropriate. Oh. How are these people not? And you know, the funny thing is, catharsis, low expectations, tons of joy, feeling good. Mood is great. Like, the whole place is falling out. Look at that. Mood is perfect. Cockroach has a catharsis too. Really didn't like David, apparently. Didn't like Stardust. Didn't like Scarlet. Didn't like anybody, clearly. I mean, everything's going terrible, and yet there we go. We're both super happy. You know, we're gonna just kind of see what happens here. We do automatically rebuild all these things, queue these things back up. Yeah. So in theory, but and we do have food. I might go ahead and we'll leave that one do forever. But let's go ahead on this one and let's change this to a do until you have. And I think 60's fine. And then we'll, well, any allowable cooking skill. And we'll pause and we'll kick it back in when we get to, say, 30. In there somewhere. That way, we won't, God, look at all the blood. That way, right now we've got 78 meals and only 2 people. There's no real need to do more than that. So we are getting some cleaning done, which is probably the most important thing at the moment, looking at beavers. I'm not going to complain about beavers chopping down the trees. No, no! Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. How is it that Joe's the only one alive? Well, I guess Cockroach isn't technically dead yet. Should we try to save? Oh, whoops, there they go. Joe's asleep. Oh, proving once again that spiders are in fact the devil. And the game has crashed on top of that. Alright, well I know you can't see it because the cursor's gone away because the game has crashed. But I think that is going to be the end of our this playthrough of Rimworld Alpha 17. This was our second attempt to get through some of Jecrell's Cthulhu stuff. However, I think the add-ons like Werewolf and Arachnophobia make things so obscenely difficult on top of it. It just gets really hard to get into much of it. Now, we started to build our altars and our occult research this time. So we, despite the fact that I don't think we made it as many episodes, we did get a little deeper into the actual flavor of his mods. And I have enjoyed them. I recommend, though, unless you are really, really good or you're very much a min-maxer type of player, in which case you're probably not playing a lot of these anyway, that you kind of limit the arachnophobia or the werewolf stuff. The werewolf's pretty cool, but every single group of visitors we got were almost entirely werewolves. So they went from friendly visitors to eating your brains out really, really fast. And it really kind of means that you have to have kind of a bunker mentality and have ways to keep even friendlies out, which is I'm not actually sure possible. Not easily anyway. You probably have to forbid doors in like a section of your base somewhere to lock yourself away from the werewolves. The spiders, at least here on the jungle map, are just crazy because you can't see where most of the webs are. Maybe on a different map where you weren't tropical rainforest, the spiders would be a little bit more doable. But my gosh, they are tough enough. Like, if you're going to play with arachnophobia at this point, I recommend that you only play with arachnophobia and you don't add any extra crazy mods on top of that. Nothing that makes life harder for you anyway. Yeah, the game is definitely froze. So that is it. So Joe was the last one standing. She has won RuPaul's walk-off, I guess, here, right? The last model standing. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this series. We'll be back. I'm thinking probably we go back to feudal Japan with vampires to try Jecrell's new vampire mod just by itself without the rest of the Cthulhu stuff. And so until next time, guys, we'll see you. Cheers.